Only Murders in the Building, Season 5. At the end of Season 4, the bombshell was dropped. That beloved doorman, Lester, was the latest murder in the building. Though, technically, in the courtyard fountain, but, I mean, it's on the grounds. Same thing. And something I really liked about this season was it had more twists and turns, more misdirection than we've seen in the last couple of seasons. It's just, like, it created a lot of mystery. We also learn a lot of mysteries about the Arconia itself, which was pretty cool that, we've been spending the last 5 years in this building with Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez, and we're still learning more about this building, which I think is awesome. But as it turns out, there were 2 murders in the building. If for some god-awful reason you have not seen this season yet, I'm not going to spoil it. But it's like, ooh, we got 2. This is exciting. Though we technically sort of had 2. Actually, no, the one last season wasn't a murder. He was a suicide, so I guess not really a murder. But 2 murders in the building this time around, and may or may not be involved are 3 billionaires, 2 of which are played by the great Christoph Waltz and Renee Zellweger, who play their parts so damn well. Christoph Waltz is his weird, quirky self, while Renee Zellweger is just... she's Renee Zellweger. I mean, she's just... she's like a snooty bitch, and she plays it to a T. We also get to learn a lot more about Lester, which is amazing, because we've seen Lester so much in the last 4 seasons, but he's always just kind of been a background or side character, just kind of popping up here and there, nothing too exciting. So it was great to learn more of a backstory about him joining the staff of the Arconia, becoming the head doorman, and just the person everybody in the building just kind of trusts to get their shit done. So it was great to learn more about the man himself. Like I said, there is misdirection and mystery everywhere. The gang gets signed to an official podcast deal, but it turns out the company is owned by people who are trying to stop them from doing their thing, or at least stop from investigating them. It's like, oh, okay. So, like, the podcast itself kind of takes a bit of a back seat in this season, which, honestly, that's okay. Because you don't necessarily need the podcast to see these 3 solve a murder. This season also, just as funny as it has always been. Steve Martin, Martin Short, literally the perfect team, and bouncing right off of them is Selena Gomez. And, when I first started watching this show, I would have never guessed in a million years that it would be a trio that would work. Like, I knew Martin Short, Steve Martin would work. They've known each other forever. They've worked together forever. So I knew they were great. But the addition of Selena Gomez, who is 30 to 40 years younger than her counterparts, it's something that shouldn't necessarily work. But their chemistry together, the 3 of them, is just perfect. And that continues in season 5. They're just so good together. It's, I never want to see this show end. The big reveal of the killer, honestly, a little anticlimactic, I think. But at the same time, it's somebody I didn't see coming. Because, they're building up of that it might be one of 3 people, and then out of just completely left field, it's somebody completely different. So it was a nice surprise, but also a little anticlimactic. And of course, the final episode, the final scenes, yet another murder in the building. Sort of. It's I won't obviously I'm not going to reveal who or like where exactly in or around or whatever the building it is. But when the person is revealed, it's like, oh, it's a bit of a bombshell. It's not, to me, it's not as big as Lester showing up dead, but it's still a pretty big one. So Only Murders in the Building, Season 5. I feel like this is a major step up from last season. Now, I enjoyed last season. I loved last season, but I felt like season 4 was kind of a step down from previous seasons. But 5 picks up right where it should be, goes right back where it belongs as the best damn comedy on television or streaming, however you want to say it. Only Murders in the Building Season 5 gets an A+. Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more movie and TV reviews, along with reaction comedy shorts. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.